All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dig into a piece of technology that's tackling a pretty monumental challenge. How do you make a sacred text, one that's followed by over 1 billion people, truly accessible to a global audience? Well, the answer starts with this number, 40 plus. Just that, 40 plus. Keep that number in your head, okay? Because it's kind of the key to this whole story. It represents both the core problem and the really elegant solution that's packed into a single mobile app. It's all about bridging cultures, languages, and centuries of history. And that leads us to the big question we're tackling. In a world where information is instant and it's global, how do you make sure a text as significant as the Quran can be understood, not just by people who speak its original language, but by pretty much anyone, anywhere, with a phone in their pocket? Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the app's mission, to be a text for the world. Then we'll dive into its most powerful feature, making the Quran available in over 40 languages. We'll also check out the tools that make it way more than just a book, how it becomes a digital study partner, and finally, why it's designed for privacy and offline use is so important today. So the answer to that question we just posed? It's the Universal Quran app from a developer called WS Apps. It was built from the ground up to be exactly what the name implies, a single, universal gateway to the Quran for anyone, anywhere in the world. Probably the best way to get your head around it is to think of it like a digital Rosetta Stone. You know, just like how the original stone unlocked ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, this app is built to unlock the Quran by just demolishing language barriers, making the verses understandable in dozens of different tongues.
And that right there brings us to the app's real powerhouse feature. Remember that number from the beginning, 40 plus? Well, that's how many languages and translations this app puts right at your fingertips.
What's really incredible is just the sheer breadth of this collection. I mean, we're not talking about just a handful of major world languages. Sure, you've got your English and Spanish translations, but right alongside them, you get regional languages like Swahili and Uyghur, and all of this is available right next to the original Arabic text, including classic commentaries like the Tafsir al-Jalalain, which is a really famous, concise interpretation. This diversity is absolutely central to what the app is trying to do.
So in practice, this feature is unbelievably powerful. You can actually view up to 3 translations at once. So imagine this. You're reading the original Arabic, and you've got an English translation on one side, and maybe a Bengali translation on the other, all perfectly lined up, verse by verse. This is where the app stops being just a simple reader and turns into a really serious tool for comparative study.
But, you know, making the text accessible isn't just about translation. The app is also filled with features that are designed to take you from being a passive reader to someone who's actively studying the text.
You get all the practical stuff you'd hope for, right? Like resuming where you left off or saving verses with unlimited bookmarks. But it goes further. Let's say you find a verse that really speaks to you. You can instantly copy it for your own notes, you can share it with a friend in any of those 40+ languages, or you can even have your phone's audio read it aloud starting right from that exact spot. It's all built for a deeply personal and interactive experience.
And best of all, this app isn't just static. It's a living project. I mean, look at this user review from March 2024. Someone's asking for a dark mode and for another specific translation. This is a great example of how the developers are actually listening and responding to their community, which shows a real commitment to making the tool better for the people who use it. All these features really start to build on each other, making this a powerful study tool. But there's one function in particular that can completely change how you interact with the text, and that's comprehensive search. And this isn't your basic little search bar. This is a full-text search across the entire scripture, all 114 chapters, and it works in every single language the app supports. Just think about a task that might take you days of flipping through physical books. This app does it in seconds. And here's why that's such a game changer. You can search for a concept, say patience or charity, in your own language, and boom, you instantly see every single mention across the whole text with the exact chapter and verse number. From there, you just tap a result and it takes you right to the passage. It allows for a kind of deep thematic study that used to be incredibly time-consuming. All right, for our last section, let's touch on something that's absolutely crucial in our connected world: privacy. The Universal Quran app is built with a really specific architecture. It's offline first and privacy-centric. When you look at what happens to your data, the developer's policy is about as clear as it gets. No data is shared with third parties, and no user data is collected, period. In today's digital world, that is a bold and honestly a really refreshing stance on privacy.
And the reason this is even possible is because of how the app is built. The entire Quran and all those translations, they're stored locally, right on your device. That means you don't need an internet connection to read or search or study. It's perfect for travel or for people who live in areas with spotty internet. Your reading habits stay completely private, just for you.
So, when you pull it all together, the app's value just snaps into focus. It all starts with that core promise of multilingual access. Then, on top of that foundation, it's built up with powerful study tools, and it's made really enjoyable through these smart, user-focused features. And the whole experience is wrapped in this fundamental commitment to privacy and offline access. At the end of the day, the Universal Quran app is so much more than just a digital book. It's a really fascinating case study of what happens when ancient wisdom meets modern technology that is actually accessible and private. By thoughtfully solving for language and accessibility and privacy, it leaves us with a bigger question, doesn't it? What other parts of our vast cultural and spiritual heritage can technology help us preserve, understand, and share with the entire world?